Okay, this video is about Volt Carbon Technologies. They're based in Canada. And she trades on the Canadian exchange as VCT and on the OTC as TORVF. Now these guys are the tip of the spear when it comes to next generation lithium battery tech. They also have a revolutionary graphite air classification system that they just recently patented. Now this can be used on-site and does not need toxic chemicals and water, which is what the current graphite process entails. And this company was founded by the world leader in battery research and development. And the company is totally run by PhDs. And there is zero convertible debt. All financing is by personal checks from management, private placements, options, and warrants. Okay, let's get into the details of this beautiful company. Okay, we found this stock, TORVF, from a DD Amanda scan. And you can see right here it's a 200-day low at 4 cents here is when she showed up, and a 7 factor. And we did a little bit of DD on her, and we started realizing how good this company was. Now the same thing happened with BMXI, and we found her also with DD Amanda, and right about here is when we started to create some awareness for her and started posting about it. Really excellent fundamentals, and just, you know, and she just started going. People started noticing, and we got all the way up here to, you know, the 40-cent level. I mean, we started down here at 5 cents or whatever, and then we got blindsided by some convertible debt shares, 4 million of them, and they just basically just killed her, you know. I mean, otherwise she would have kept going. I mean, she didn't even reach book value, which was like 60-70 cents. But anyway, getting back to TORVF, there are no convertibles here, zero. And she hasn't really, you know, done anything yet. She's still pretty low. But we think, based on the fundamentals, that she's going to go to at least $1, if not higher. And as people notice her, that'll probably happen. One thing about her right now is this drag ratio, which is a proprietary indicator of DD Amanda. And this thing is maxed out to the upside, which means it is way more likely that she'll go up than down. There's just there shouldn't be any stopping her once she gets going. And like I said, she's still starting to get attention. But without further ado, let's get into the DD and talk some more about TORVF. Okay, here's our baby, Volt Carbon Technologies. And they're at the cutting edge. They got the top technology for lithium batteries. Here's some more about, this is the company here. Okay, they're into solid state battery development, leader, and they also have this really cool air classification tech for graphite mining. And it all started with this guy, Zong Wei Chen. And this guy is the undisputed world leader when it comes to battery technology. And what happened was he was working for these big companies, and they're getting all the fruits of his efforts. So he decided to go off on his own. And he used his own money and got some private funding and founded Solid Ultra Battery. Okay? And they got a building. It was completed in 2021, where they've got a battery laboratory and an assembly line, and they can run batch runs now of pouch cells. Now here's the thing, he does not want to produce these in China. He does not want to do it in Taiwan. He wants to start production in-house. Okay, So then he merges into VCT. Now this company trades as VCT on the Canadian side and as TORVF on the OTC. Okay. So we've got this guy as the CEO, William Pfaffenberger. He's a PhD, uh, greatly qualified guy, manages this $400 million fund. And then we got our guy here, Zong Wei Chen. He's also a PhD, of course, and just a crazy guy as far as knowledge and cutting edge technology on this. I mean, these guys have got the tip of the spear when it comes to battery development. And we also have this director, Robert Martin, from Australia, and he put in $2 million of his own money into the company. He's got a mining background, so he'd probably be involved in the graphite part of this. And so here we got a competitive advantage for next generation electrolyte solid state. Solid state is the big deal now. Okay, so here's your progression of battery technology and TORVF. These guys are in Gen 3. They're at the latest and greatest. Look at these numbers on their performance, like 1,200 watt hours as opposed to 700 before. Now another huge thing that they have is, well, this is how solid state lithium batteries work here. And here's a news release in May where they announced an 8-layer lithium-ion batteries and preliminary test data, which is, freaking insane. Another huge tech development they have is their separator. Now this is what causes thermal runaway with conventional lithium batteries, because they literally melt. But their separator, the CMC-1, is a huge advancement, as you can see in this next little video. Okay, this is their battery R&D center. You're probably looking at over $500,000, maybe $1 million worth of equipment right here. I know one of these machines is over 300,000. And then you've got their R&D team. You got Lee here and Dr. Chen and some other guys. These guys are pros, man. These guys are top of the line. So they're going to do great things. Now here's something really interesting. They did a they did a nail test where they shoved the nail through this pouch and it just kept going. I'm going to put a short video here so you can see that. Okay, all battery manufacturers need high quality graphite. And the current process of processing this and creating it involves toxic chemicals in water. And there's still there's an ongoing demand for this. It's not going away. Here's a projection of demand. It's basically a hockey stick. It's huge demand for this. And what this company has done is a way to produce these high quality flakes without using the water and the toxic chemicals. And it's this air classification system. And look at these flakes that they're making with this. Beautiful flakes. Here's Lee with a jar of the flakes that they create. And they just patented this system in September of 22, so just recently. And it's a big deal, okay, because it can actually be installed at the mining sites, so they don't have to ship it out for processing. Okay. And here's a little graphic on how it works. I've got a video right after this. I'm going to show you guys this video. It's pretty amazing stuff. So Now they also have assets, mineral exploration assets. In other words, mining claims and mines. There's 3 of them here. And also rare earth. Here's 9 mining claims for graphite, and there are some rare earth. They do report some rare earth minerals in here. Okay, let's get into their financials. I'm just going to give a summary here. Under the assets, we have a total of $5 million some odd dollars. Liabilities 2.4, so roughly 2 times assets over liabilities. And as far as notes, they do not have any convertible debt, 0. These notes that they have here are unsecured promissory notes, some of them from the company itself, or from management and other private investors. Now they do issue options and warrants, so all their financing is top tier. There's no toxic crap here whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to get into the summary here now. Here's a little graphic of their leading competitor versus them, and the specs are way better. I mean, you've got 15 minutes charge here versus we got 10 minutes, 800 cycles to more than 1,000 cycles, and lower cost. Okay, this is important because these guys they've got much higher costs. And basically what it boils down to is, this is carbon and battery engineering at its finest. Here's a little ebook that I'll put a link in the description. And as far as near-term revenues, they have these, like this arrow application. What they want to do is produce some of these batteries and have specialized applications they can be used in, and to actually verify that these things will work in the real world. So that should produce a little bit of revenue here shortly. So as far as revenue streams, there's 4 of them that I can see. You've got your actual battery manufacturing. You've got your graphite air classification, which they can lease to mining companies. They do have mining assets that can produce graphite for sale. And they also have some rare earth metals. Alright. So the bottom line on this is you have next generation cutting edge battery development. You have your graphite purification, and you have your mineral properties. So that is it. Now next, what I want to get into is the share structure and what my thoughts on that are. Okay, on our share structure we have 153 million outstanding, and our float is at 109 million. Now I posted this on the boards, but here's my thoughts on it. There aren't 109 million shares out there trading, not even close. And the reason for that is most shareholders that run across this company, they're not selling. I mean, they're going to hang on to these shares because they realize that the huge value that's here. So that's why this stock is so thin. She'll move in a heartbeat. And I posted here, I don't even think there's 10 million shares out there that are actually being traded or for sale. So there's your bottom line. It's a great company. There's no convertible debt. It's run by PhDs, top of the line people. They're all behind this company. They've thrown their own money into it, and they want to succeed and become huge. And I think that's what's going to happen. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have good days ahead, and I'll see you later.